What is the Epstein list, and why has it been making headlines recently? This is a question that has been swirling in the minds of many. To understand this, we first need to delve into the murky world of Jeffrey Epstein, a man who was indicted in 2019 on federal charges of operating a sex trafficking ring. Epstein's case has been under the spotlight again recently due to the unsealing of documents related to about 170 of his associates. Now here's where things get a little tricky. There's been a lot of talk about a Jeffrey Epstein client list, a supposed list of individuals who were involved in Epstein's illicit activities. However, this isn't quite accurate. The unsealed documents do not contain a client list as such, rather they reveal information about Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell's operations. Maxwell, for those who might not know, was a close associate of Epstein and was found guilty of trafficking and sexually abusing girls. She is currently serving a 20-year prison sentence. The documents released contain excerpts of depositions from Maxwell, along with Virginia Roberts Giuffre and Johanna Sjoberg, who were accusers of Epstein. But let's not lose sight of the fact that at the heart of this case are about 150 girls and women who were sexually abused by Epstein before his death in 2019. Their stories, their pain, and their fight for justice are what should truly command our attention. So, while the Epstein list, as such, does not exist, the unsealed documents provide a glimpse into Epstein's extensive network of connections. They reveal the breadth of Epstein's influence, touching on prominent business people and politicians, and shedding light on a world that for so long was shrouded in secrecy. As we delve deeper into these documents, we'll begin to understand the extent of Epstein's network and the impact of his actions on his victims. But remember, being named in these documents does not necessarily indicate wrongdoing or lawbreaking. This is just the beginning of the story. In the coming scenes, we'll take a closer look at some of the names that have emerged from the documents and what their inclusion might mean. We'll also explore Epstein's fortune and the real victims of his crimes. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this complex and disturbing case. Who are the notable figures mentioned in the unsealed documents? As we delve into the names cited in the unsealed documents, it's noteworthy that they comprise over 170 associates of Jeffrey Epstein. These include a range of individuals from various backgrounds, each with their own connection to Epstein. The most prominent among them are former President Bill Clinton and Prince Andrew. It's essential to understand that these documents do not automatically indicate any wrongdoing on the part of the named individuals. In the case of Bill Clinton, for example, his connection with Epstein has been public knowledge for some time, with Epstein even talking about him according to Johanna Sjoberg's deposition. Similarly, Prince Andrew's association with Epstein has been a matter of public record, underscored by recent out-of-court settlements. While these names might be the most recognizable, they are far from the only ones. The documents list numerous other individuals, including prominent business people and politicians. Each of these names represents a piece of the puzzle that was Epstein's extensive network. Now it's crucial to remember that the mere inclusion of a name in these unsealed documents does not indicate any law-breaking or wrongdoing. The process of legal judgment is based on evidence and due process, and these documents are just one aspect of that process. They provide transparency and offer a glimpse into Epstein's world, but they are not definitive proof of guilt. It's also important to note that these documents are not the rumored Epstein client list. They do not list the clients of Epstein's alleged sex trafficking operation, but rather, they reveal the names of his associates. The distinction is significant as it avoids misconceptions and helps maintain focus on the facts of the matter. The unsealed documents shed light on Epstein's network, but they do not directly implicate the individuals mentioned in the documents in any unlawful activities. What do the unsealed documents reveal about Prince Andrew's connection to Epstein? The recently unsealed court documents shine a spotlight on Prince Andrew's ties to the late financier Jeffrey Epstein. It's a connection that has, for years, been under intense scrutiny and the source of numerous allegations. The documents reveal that a witness, Juan Alessi, who managed Epstein's home, claimed that Prince Andrew stayed at Epstein's residence for extended periods. Furthermore, Alessi stated that the British royal received daily massages during these stays. It's important to note that these massages have been described in other testimonies as a common occurrence in Epstein's residences, often with a sinister undertone. Prince Andrew, however, has consistently denied any wrongdoing. He has maintained that he was unaware of Epstein's illicit activities during their friendship. Yet, these allegations persist, casting a long shadow over the royal's reputation and raising more questions than ever before. The documents also shed light on the lawsuit between Virginia Roberts Giuffre, an accuser of Epstein, and Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's alleged accomplice. Giuffre has accused Prince Andrew of having sex with her when she was 17, an allegation that he has vehemently denied. Prince Andrew's name appears in the documents 69 times, making his connection to Epstein one of the most frequently mentioned. It's crucial to remember that these documents do not definitively prove guilt. They are, however, a piece of the complex puzzle that is the Epstein case. They provide a window into Epstein's world, a world of power, privilege, and alleged abuse. The unsealed documents have added fuel to the allegations against Prince Andrew, but he continues to deny these allegations. What do we know about Epstein's fortune and the real victims from the unsealed documents? The wealth amassed by Jeffrey Epstein has always been shrouded in mystery, with unanswered questions about its origins and distribution. The recently unsealed documents shed some light on this enigma, hinting at Epstein's relationships with billionaires Les Wexner and Leon Black, as well as his association with banking giant J.P. Morgan Chase. These associations suggest a complex web of financial transactions and investments that may have contributed to Epstein's fortune. Les Wexner, founder of L Brands, the parent company of Victoria's Secret, has been linked to Epstein, with reports suggesting that Epstein managed Wexner's wealth for a period. Similarly, Leon Black, co-founder of private equity firm Apollo Global Management, has admitted to paying Epstein millions of dollars for financial advice. Both billionaires deny any knowledge or involvement in Epstein's criminal activities. Epstein's association with J.P. Morgan Chase, one of the world's leading financial institutions, further adds to the intrigue around his wealth. This relationship, as well as his ties with other high-profile individuals and corporations, could have been instrumental in Epstein amassing and maintaining his fortune. But as we delve into the mystery of Epstein's wealth, it's essential not to lose sight of the real victims in this sordid tale: the countless young girls and women who were exploited and abused. These are the individuals who suffered at the hands of Epstein and his associates, and it's their voices that need to be heard above the clamor of speculation and conspiracy theories. Their stories serve as a stark reminder of the human cost of Epstein's crimes, the lives that were irrevocably damaged, and the justice that is still being sought. As we analyze the unsealed documents and uncover the web of connections, let's not forget the real-life victims and the courage it took for them to come forward. Their fight for justice should be at the forefront of this conversation. While Epstein's fortune remains a mystery, the real-life victims of his crimes must not be forgotten. What are the implications of the Epstein list and its recent revelations? As we delve into the implications of the Epstein list, the first thing that comes to mind is the increased transparency it brings to this case. For years, Epstein's alleged crimes were shrouded in secrecy, with many of his associates' identities unknown to the public. However, with the release of these documents, we're able to get a clearer picture of Epstein's extensive network of connections. This could potentially aid in further investigations and serve as a stepping stone towards justice for Epstein's victims. The list also shines a light on the intricate web of influence Epstein had woven over the years. It's not just about the names on the list, but the power and prestige these individuals hold in society. This underscores the gravity of Epstein's alleged crimes and how they were able to fly under the radar for so long. Moreover, the unsealed documents could have a significant influence on ongoing civil lawsuits, such as those against billionaire Leon Black. This could potentially lead to further revelations about Epstein's financial operations and his relationships with high-profile individuals. Remember, Epstein's fortune is still a mystery that investigators are trying to unravel. However, it's crucial to remember that the Epstein list is not a definitive account of guilt. Inclusion in the unredacted documents does not necessarily indicate wrongdoing or law-breaking. It is merely a piece of the puzzle in the larger investigation into Epstein's crimes. While the Epstein list brings a level of transparency to the case, it's important to remember that the real focus should be on the victims of Epstein's alleged crimes. They are the ones who have suffered and continue to suffer while the wheels of justice slowly turn. The Epstein list, while revealing, does not provide all the answers. The quest for truth and justice for the victims of Epstein's crimes continues.